Привет всем жителям интернета, с вами дядя Лёша, и сегодня мы будем играть в Stanley Parable, или притча Стенли. Это игра... О чем эта игра? Это игра о том, как нам будут ебать мозг. Надеюсь, вам понравится. Начинаем.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-wrenching, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
И здесь в игру вступаем мы. Конечно же. Итак. О чем эта игра? Это игра, в принципе, в ней как такового геймплея нету. То есть перед нами открытый мир, но на самом деле он не такой открытый, как нам кажется. Здесь все заскриптовано, ну или практически все. То есть, что бы мы ни делали, диктор уже... Все это как сказать, записано. То есть, будем мы стоять в одной комнате 5 минут, хорошо, это все будет так же бла-бла-бла. И, вперед в новый мир, наверное.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
А может, я хочу здесь походить?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Вот об этом я и говорил здесь. Что бы ты ни делал, уже все это диктор заранее знает.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor
Хорошо, я иду. Здесь у нас закрыто. Боже, неужели все офисные здания такие унылые? Закрыто. Упс. Да, вот где начинается самое интересное, поскольку здесь нам дается выбор, но на самом деле это никакой на самом деле не выбор, потому что в какую бы сторону мы ни пошли, сюжет начнет развиваться, в этом направлении. То есть, как таковой правильной и неправильной, хорошей или плохой концовки здесь нету. Или есть, но каждый ее называет по-разному. Я не вижу ничего плохого, если мы пойдем в другую дверь. Или все-таки нам пойти сюда. Или сюда. Ладно, пойдем сюда. Наебал. Конечно, я это знаю. Это ж тут не особо. Нет, это комната абсолютно не восхитительная. Хотя вот эти вот стулья довольно-таки крутые.
Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Чем те стулья не угодили, сукин сын? Я тебе покажу. $25. Как-то дороговато, мне кажется. Даже дороже, чем у нас. Да, хватит с меня. Первая дверь слева. Ну ладно, хорошо, на этот раз мы пойдем... Стоп! Почему фонарик включается? Включился и выключился, включился и выключился. Черт, я не знаю, куда мне идти. Ну ладно, давайте пойдем сюда. Еще один выбор. Я могу спуститься, поехать вниз или пойти дальше. Но там ведь нет ничего интересного. Это же просто офис. Так что давайте спустимся вниз.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Так, ну здесь вроде бы только одна дверь открыта. Так. Ну да, придется все-таки идти налево.
No, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Да пошел ты!
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now let's see.
Да, мы никуда не торопимся, дружище.
Left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
А? Ну, хорошо. Что-то трубы какие-то медь не... Ого. Ого.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Окей.
Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay.
Ну, эй, ну, хорошо. Так, ладно. На этот раз мы пойдем в другом направлении.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Well, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room?
Нет, я ничего не делал.
Story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Действительно.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Как много выборов! Нет, мой мозг он этого не выдержит. Слишком много открытых дверей. Слишком много возможностей. Черт. Так.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Мы вернулись.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Да вы поняли, о чем я? Я вам сразу сказал, что нам выебут мозг.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
А что, если я не захочу? А? Что ты тогда будешь делать? Ничего? Ну скажи что-нибудь интересное. Нет? Ты уверен? Точно? Ну, хорошо.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
Ну хорошо.
Wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Хорошо. Да какого черта? Ух ты ж, ё.
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
О,
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
с первой попытки, друзья.
oh no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work
Как
for that
это?
win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those.
Ну, давай. Ну, я же все-таки выиграл.
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Серьезно?
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Теперь вообще в другую сторону. Нет, я не хочу туда идти. Мы пойдем сюда. Да.
No, I'm done. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Ну хорошо. Точно? Ну окей.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Look, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I'm going with all that. I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Какого черта происходит? Ей! Ей! Лучшая игра в моей жизни, лучший геймплей. И черт, когда эта полоса уже закончится?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make
Так.
sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You don't want to miss anything.
Ага. Папоротник. Значит, папоротник. Что-то здесь не так. Но мне похер. И здесь какая-то... Нет, значит, мне все-таки показалось. Опс. Так, идем дальше. Что ж было...
We're back at the office? No, no, no. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
А? Какого хера? А что насчет папоротника? Этот ублюдок там так и Опять?
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Мой мозг выебали уже раз 5. Не знаю, как ваш. Просто... Окей, давайте еще раз попробуем.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Ну, я согласен.
All right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this one sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Хорошо. Давай пойдем в этом направлении.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
Yay!
A story to be. Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Азиатки, лесбиянки. Да. Я выбрал. Так. Где азиатки, лесбиянки? Где они?
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Больше похоже, что у кого-то было... Ладно, я, пожалуй, лучше промолчу. Ого.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important is the opportunity?
Мой
I
мозг.
believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Да кто его
If the
знает?
answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times?
А?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me?
Мне не нравится вот эта
I
строчка.
get to decide. I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if...
Что?
All of his co-workers.
Что?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Вот это, судя по всему, и был конец. Что ж, я думаю, ваш мозг не остался невыебанным так же, как и мой. Если вам понравилось, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь, комментируйте, рассказывайте своим друзьям. И мы встретимся с вами в следующем эпизоде Стенли. Мы встретимся с вами в следующем эпизоде Stanley Parable. До новых встреч. С вами был дядя Лёша.